clock is not your competitor's clock. You are welcome to the Youth Voice Show, and we are discussing another very, very important topic today, the biological clock. Your host for today is Mudubira Angela, and we are going to be discussing a topic that shapes lives and people's decisions, but very many times we shy away and tend not to talk about it, the biological clock. It normally creates a lot of tension, a lot of confusion and anxiety, especially among the young people today. And we want to understand about this biological clock. Is there really a time that someone is supposed to do something? Is there a predetermined time when you are supposed to do something or achieve something? We want to look at, is there a right age to get married? Is there that ideal time that someone is supposed to get married or supposed to achieve something? We want to look at fear versus preparedness. Do people enter into marriage because they are scared of what the society may say about them, or do they enter into marriage because they say, we are prepared about this? We want to look at the Christian perspective. We want to digest this topic, but to further understand exactly what we are going to talk about, I have a panel of a very beautiful young lady and two handsome gentlemen that I want to introduce before we can further on go on to understand what the biological clock is. You are most welcome, and thank you for choosing to be our panelists today for the Youth Voice Show. I want to start with the gentleman seated just right next to me.
Yeah.
His name is Laban Musinguzi.
Sure.
He's a happy man. I don't know about the context of the happiness, but I know he's a happy soul.
Yeah, sure.
He's a common figure. He's a common figure of the Youth Voice Show, and he is a civil engineer by profession. Thank you so much. You can just, in a word, greet our viewers.
Yeah, hello, viewers. We are privileged to have conversations with you here.
Thank you so much. That is Laban Musinguzi. We are going to hear a lot from him today. Then just next to Laban is also another very handsome gentleman. He's already smiling before I even say his name. He is called Mugisha Allan.
Yes.
You know, when I had Mugisha Allan, I know another Mugisha Allan. Those that have been following us on our show, I think you know some other Mugisha Allan. So in my mind, I was like, okay, so what if these people are all on the same panel? But regardless, he is Mugisha Allan, and he is a master guide, by the way. He is also a lawyer by profession. So counsel, I think that is how I'll differentiate the people.
Yes.
This is counsel Mugisha Allan. Yeah. You are most welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. And then the beautiful lady that we have on the panel today, seated just at my extreme right, is Jacinta Chiaga. She is a senior youth leader, and she is also ready to share her thoughts about the biological clock today. You can say hi to our viewers, Jacinta.
Hello, our beautiful viewers. I'm so happy to be here and share with you.
Thank you so much. So these are the people that are going to be digesting this topic. I don't know what is in your mind right now about what a biological clock is, but I want to start with Laban. Help us clearly understand in, you know, they normally say in a layman's language. Yeah, in a layman's language. What is a biological clock?
Yeah, the biological clock, the way I understand it, it is based on aging. The day one is born, your biological clock starts
ticking.
It doesn't suddenly tick at 30 or 40. So these stages of growth are different stages of growth. There are some changes that happen to us, and these changes bring capacities or abilities to do some things. You know, when you're young, you're more suited to learning and playing. Adolescence, you know, comes with identity, it awakens sexuality, and, you know, a young adulthood comes with the physique and the knowledge to be productive, to marry. It is so. These rhythms or patterns, they are visible. And since they are visible to the society and to us, the society surrounds them with pressures or expectations. You know that when your cognitive or your mind has developed, there is a structured education for you. Adolescence, there is something. When your mental and your physical strength has matured, you are fit for marriage, you can perform highly productivity in economics and what. So the issue why we talk about the biological clock, because that is normal life. The issue why we are talking about it now is that there are these pressures that come in with these expectations that they ensangle on these capacities, because they know you now have the ability to produce, you now have the ability to work, your mind is now developed. So at this stage, the clocks start ticking louder because the expectations are there. Yeah.
Thank you so much. According to what Laban has said, dear viewer, what I have understood is that we can't get rid of the biological clock because each and every time we keep aging and aging. But to realize that as we grow up, due to society expectations and pressures, due to personal desires, due to the things that we want to achieve, we tend to get pressurized to do things. And one of the things that people get pressurized about so much today is the concept of marriage. I want to come to you, Council. Oh, everyone has a title here. I want to come to you, Council, or Mr. Mugisha Alan. I want you to help us understand. Very many times people have different perspectives about marriage. Are you married before we talk?
Not yet.
Oh, he is not married, our
What are
dear
you
viewer.
waiting for, brother?
The biological clock is still ticking. So at this point, I want you to help us understand. Some people get married because maybe it is pressure from the society, expectations from families and their personal desires that they wish to achieve. But then, sometimes I want to think it is also cultural pressure. We all have different cultures.
Yeah, sure.
I want you to help us understand, is it really pressure, or it is also, to some extent, a cultural thing that people get pressurized to get married?
Thank you so much, moderator. Like I said, she said, lawyers don't speculate. They speak from the legal perspective, from the informed point of view.
Yeah.
And I will not differ from them. I would like to speak from the informed point of view. First of all, you need to understand what marriage is, especially in that perspective. It is literally a consent between two people.
Two people.
Consent between two people, a man and a woman. Not two women, not two men, but two people, at the exclusion of others, intending to live together for life. So there is nothing like staying together for 1 month. That's not marriage. Two, from the legal perspective, leave alone the pressure, leave alone the influence of the parents, leave alone I will quote one of the laws that we have here, Article 31 of the Constitution of Uganda, and 1995 as amended. So it provides that marriage, the right age for marriage is 18 years. That's when someone has attained the majority age.
But just to cut you short about that, that doctors normally tell us that someone's brain to start making very good informed decisions matures at 25 years. So if I'm being told that the right age of getting married according to our constitution is 18 years, then I begin to wonder, okay, when will this 18-year-old start making these informed decisions? It really puzzles me a lot.
That cannot take away the fact that there are so many 18 years who make decisions.
True.
So we are speaking from since the law shall take precedent over the speculation. So as the law it is, we shall interpret it as it is, without people say, the law says. So
Okay.
the law shall always take precedent over any other speculation, right? So the law says 18 years, and I and you, we cannot change it to 25. So what happens, God knows, right?
Okay.
And then, however, actually, even the law is funny. When you go to the customary marriages, 16. 16, that is the right age for marriage for a girl child.
Yeah.
So
And
is
for
that
man, it's
a
18.
biological thing to some extent? Because you see our parents got married at a very young age then. So for them, if they see a 16-year-old right now, our grandparents, they'll be like, I think at that age I had 2 kids.
Now, that is evident enough that at the age of 18 years, someone has already matured, the brains are enough to accommodate. You have given an example. Most of our fathers, leave alone these Gen Z fathers. Yes. Most of our fathers, they got married at 18, 16, 17, And they managed to give birth to us. They made money. They have their cows. They have everything.
Jacinta, do you think that was too early? Marrying at 18 then, and then marrying at 18 right now. Is that too early?
It isn't. And first of all, it depends on who you are and what you want in life.
Would you marry, would you get, oh, maybe you are past that age, but if you were 18 or 16, would you get married?
If there was a right person, I would.
Wow, I think I'm the one with a different ideology here, but we want to understand this more. So there are a lot of myths about the biological clock, especially in our culture. I want to start with Laban. You know, they tell you that a girl, the moment you clock past 25 and you're not yet married, trouble is coming for you. And then they tell us for a man, you are still too young, you still have to work. There are a lot of things that are associated with only the men. They say, men, you have to work hard, you're marrying at 25. How are you going to feed someone's daughter? And then for the ladies, they'll tell us, you know, at 25 and you're still at your parents' home, then you have an issue. What do you have to say about that?
Building from what you were discussing, my fellows were discussing, you know, culture is rooted in our history. Our history is that our judges, I mean our grandparents, used to get a little bit earlier than today because the biology was ready. They were ready to produce etc. And there are many factors interplaying. So today it is a bit different because we are in a different culture. We have education systems that make you economically ready at even 27. So,
Exactly.
yeah, so there are many things that come in. It is a web of many factors. But on the issue of, you know, the pressures that come in, you are late or not, I think these are seasons in life and we all meet these seasons at different stages. You may be, yes, 25, but the right partner is not there.
Exactly.
You could as well not be the right partner. You know, let us not lift it to other people.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
keep saying,
sure.
you know, that the right woman is not, are you the right man?
Yeah, sure. So the thing is, this is all. You know, when you're discussing, when we're discussing this, it is more of comparison. So, first of all, comparing today and yesterday, and then comparing our situations and those of others we are living with.
So a quick one for all of us. I want to start with Jacinta. Just don't overthink. Do you think there is if you were to get married, at what age would you get married? Don't put for me now, I first make money. You see now I'm studying. Just plain, at what age would you get married if you were told to decide? Just
20.
the age. 20. Yes, Council?
28.
28, yes.
22.
Wow. So we have someone that would get married at 20. Another one is saying 22. Laban.
Yeah.
We shall have a talk after this.
I'm late,
And this
just
one,
know.
you're already too late. You're overdue. Then he thinks 28. So I don't know what you think, but I want us to understand, Jacinta, do you think there is an ideal age for marriage, like in your own perspective, the age that you would look at and say that, I think at this age a woman should be married. I think at this age a man should marry. Do you think there is such an age?
I used to think there is such an age, but now I don't. Because
What changed your mind?
what changed my mind is the experience. We grow by experience. Because you
Hey,
can
Jacinta, how old are you? The way you're speaking with experience.
Let's leave that. But you look at what you have, like your accomplishments, your achievements, and you're like, no, I'm not yet ready. Even if the age is ready, and you look at the situation surrounding you, you have no person who is ready for you or who you're ready for mentally, socially, emotionally, that you can be with them, and all other things, finances and all that.
According to her perspective, she thinks that it is not just about the age, but it is a combination of very many other factors that you must put into consideration before saying you are ready. That is her perspective. What is your perspective? Is there an ideal age for marriage?
I actually don't differ from what she has said.
Thank
because back then, when our fathers used to get married at 18, they had free land, they had free everything.
Exactly. They had
But
some
now a lot has
inheritance.
changed. If you don't have a job, how are you going to take care of a woman? If you don't stay in Kampala and you have this and this, how are you going to take care of? Especially if you want to have a good life for your children and family.
Exactly.
So you cannot just wake up and get married because they are saying
People
you
are
should get
getting
married because
married.
you have attained the majority age of 18 years. So that is
Exactly.
out. So for me, you need to really put these things in order before you get married.
Exactly.
What is your take, Laban?
My take is the ideal age. I'm talking as a man.
Okay.
The ideal age
So
is...
before you were talking as
No, I
on
am...
behalf of both the men, representing all genders.
Yeah, so I'm becoming more specific now.
Okay.
I'm stressing it. So,
Okay.
as a man, me, I think a man wouldn't go beyond 23.
How old are you, Laban? The last time I checked, men, by the way, were not scared of saying their ages.
I was still answering. I'm not scared.
Okay.
I'm making 25 this year in August. Yeah.
You just want birthday gifts. The way you're specifying the month, and
you
you're
know.
about to tell us the date.
The date.
But back to our
You know,
discussion.
10th August. Angela. 10th
Nako
August.
kaiseo.
Yeah, so because why? I have had, first of all, I look into my life and the conversations I have with my fellows and how I see them. They are struggling with their bodies. Their bodies are ready. Their biology is ready. But these are the factors of,
Which
economic
biology? First
Your
explain.
friends are struggling. Are you struggling?
Yeah, but I'm winning.
First wait.
Okay, please.
Laban,
Yeah.
which biology were you talking about? What did you mean?
Yeah, the body when you are when you enter of adolescence, your body,
The man in Laban is speaking.
yeah, your body starts to ask.
The body is biologically ready for sex.
Yeah, ready for sex.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to the Bible says, enslave your body. You have to make it your subject. It is not easy to make. I'm not saying it is impossible. It is possible, but even Paul stresses it that it is not easy. You have to make your body your subject. Yes, it is saying this, but this. So it is not good to stay long in this struggle.
Because you may fight a losing battle. At the end
Yeah,
of
and
the
many
day.
have lost. So what I'm saying is, and today, by the way, it is different because today it is asking more because the temptations are at a higher magnitude.
Unlike the previous days
unlike
of
the
our
man.
forefathers.
So today we have more reasons to marry early than yesterday.
Do you agree to that statement? Before you can
biologically,
continue,
wait,
just a minute. Do you agree that today we have more reasons to marry early than before?
No, I don't agree.
Thank you. Please proceed.
Yes. So why? I am saying we have more reasons to marry early than before. Why? Biologically. I'm looking at the biological sense. The issue why we delay now and why I'm delaying, I am in a delay, is that there are some things I have to do before I go. Culture has structured
So
it.
you passed the 22 years, but
Yeah. So there are some things I have to do before I
It's
reach there.
overdue.
he's over.
But I'll reach. I'm not on pressure, by the way, and we shall reach there, I think. I'm not on pressure, but I now reach there, and I'm working on it very soon.
I love that very soon. Yes,
I would like to say something. Much as we laid out the general rule that for one to get into marriage, you must have attained all things that you need. However, it has an exception. There is an age that will attain whether you want it or not. You must get married. Now, for women, if you clock 30, whether you want it, whether you have money, whether you don't have money, whether you don't have a job, you need to find a man and get married. For a man, maybe 35. But for a woman, and one thing I realized from experience, yes, is that when you choose to get married, God can bless you with that marriage.
Sure.
You said from experience?
I have good examples that I can point at and say, this person, his
Was not
life,
like that.
yes, his
Transformed.
breakthrough, yes. And It was right after his marriage.
So, our dear viewer, your breakthrough actually might be marriage, according to what the panelist here is saying. Your breakthrough might be marriage. So, according to what they have said, we have seen that there are a number of things that someone must put into consideration. We have looked at the biological factor, and Mr. Laban here clearly stated that the moment someone clocks adolescence, the body is ready for marriage. But now, before we go into a very, very short break, we want to look at other factors, because I do not think it is only the biological perspective that shapes marriage or that determines that you are ready for marriage. But we also have the psychological preparedness, the financial preparedness, the emotional preparedness. It goes far beyond just the biological aspect that we have talked about. So, our dear viewer, we are discussing the biological clock. I know that our conversation is zeroing down maybe to this aspect of marriage, but it goes beyond that. Sometimes we feel like we are too late to do some things simply because we feel like the time is not yet right. Even when we want to make certain decisions in life, we feel like I can't do this because I'm still young. Very many times we are taken aback in what we do because we feel like it is not yet the time. You know, I'll do this when I'm at this age. We feel like there is a right age. So in our next segment of our discussion, we are going to be looking at other things that must be put into consideration in this aspect of getting married. We are going to look at people who want to pursue their career. There are people who say that I'm a career woman, I'm a career man, I do not want to get married at 20 like someone here said. So what about those people? And we want to see how society expectations, families, how all those factors influence the biological clock or influence people's decisions about getting married. But above all, we want to look at the biblical perspective, the Christian perspective. What does the Bible say about marriage? And then we want to see, when is it too late? We shall start exactly from there after our short break. We shall be right back. Back, our dear viewer, from that very, very short break. And thank you for always keeping it Hope Channel Uganda. You can follow our conversations on all our social media handles. Follow us, keep it Hope Channel Uganda. In the first segment of our discussion, we were discussing the biological clock, and we are continuing with this discussion. But particularly in this segment of our discussion, we are going to be looking at other aspects that have to be put into consideration when determining when someone should get married. Apart from the biological aspect, we are going to look at people who want to pursue their careers, people who want to upgrade, people who want to go for further studies. What should they take about this particular biological clock that we are talking about? We are also going to talk about how society expectations and families affect people's ideas and how they look at marriage, their perspectives. But before we go any further, those that have just joined in, we are watching the Youth Voice Show, and my name is Mudubira Angela. I want to start exactly from where we stopped. When do you think it is too late? Yes, Council. When do you think it is too late for someone? Do you know, you look at someone and be like, oh yeah, I say, like they are overdue for marriage?
Thank you once again. I, for one, 30 for women, ladies.
Why 30 for women?
Because at 30, really, your chances of getting a good husband are reducing.
Good husband. Okay.
Yes, good
then
husband
for men?
are reducing. For men, 35.
35.
At least 35.
According to him, that is
However,
his
for men,
perspective.
they are not affected as much as women. Yes.
Thank you so much. Yes, Jacinta, what is that age that you think is too late for someone to get married?
There is not too late as long as you get the right person and your life is just moving the way you planned it and the way you feel happy about it. Any time is the right time.
According to her, our dear viewers, there is no time that is too late for someone to get into marriage. I do not know what your perspective about this is, but let's hear from what Laban has to say. When do you think it's too late?
Yes, hopefully I will not contradict myself, but
You feel like you want to change something?
not really.
Okay.
It's okay.
There is no too late. Though there is,
Please take one side. We don't want someone that is not cold, not,
there is
not
not
hot. They're just lukewarm.
there is no too late. But I'll add on this: don't let your opportunities go. It comes.
You're right.
Grab your chances when they come.
Yeah.
So, our dear viewer, that is what they have to say. She says there is no too late. He says there is no too late. But grab your opportunities when they do come. He has a certain age that he feels is too late for both the
Actually, it's a
women.
concern about why my brother submitted.
Okay, okay.
That don't let you, I mean, you're already contradicting yourself, but don't let your opportunities go. The reason why we categorizing it as being late is because your chances, opportunities have been utilized. Had they been extended, you'd not be late.
Do you know why?
Okay.
Because you may not get an opportunity. That is also there. And the opportunity
Exactly.
may come very late.
Exactly.
You know, what you people are talking about has reminded me of someone, of something, not someone, something. You know, very many people tend to say, especially in love relationships, someone can tell you that, you know what, you can never get someone like me. So deep down in my heart, I smile. I just say that, of course I can't, because I can get someone that is better than you. So when he talks about opportunities, I want to believe that sometimes better opportunities come. And how our lives are going to manifest out may be different. How my life is going to be may be different from how Jacinta's life is going to be.
Exactly.
I do not want to completely believe that your chances can get done. But at some point, like he stressed something, we have to be vigilant and make use of the opportunities. You know, you can find a man who says, my bar, you know, there is a show we had here and someone said their bar is too high. I used to think ladies have high bars, but this gentleman told us that his bar is too high. Like, sometimes he tries to look for a lady that tries to hit the bar, but he's not getting that lady.
What?
So at that particular point, everyone has a different perspective about this. So I don't know what your perspective about this is, but that is what they have to say. You can let us know. What do you think is your ideal age of marriage? And what do you think, if there is anyway, is too late for marriage? You can let us know in the comment section. Keep following our conversations. And we can't talk about the biological clock in this aspect and not talk about career. You know, we are in a generation where the more books you get, the more books you want to get. You know, if you study law, like for our brother there, you have to go and do LDC. You have to go to the LDC. And then if you're studying accounting, and then you have to do CPA. Like, there is something after something after something.
Absolutely.
And you find that this person that is studying, maybe they have spent 5 years in law school, they're moving out of law school maybe, okay, at 24, let's say 24 years. They want to go for that LDC, and then after they want to add some other diploma. They want to hit something. They want to become something. So what do you have to say? I want to start with the lawyer himself. Who is in this particular field. We have very many females in that sector as well. So what do you have to say about this? Because this lady or this young girl is very ambitious. She wants to get her dreams. She wants to be that lawyer that she has always wanted. But it comes with a cost of waiting and a cost of time. And you told us that 30 is late for a woman. What do you have to say about that?
Refer to Adventist Home by Ellen G. White. For me, there was nothing like God has never intended, has never made education or career as a principle of marriage.
Sure.
It has never been there that for one to
Looks
qualify
like you're
to
speaking
be.
to Laban, eh? Laban is nodding his head.
Yes. There's nothing like in Bible that God has said that for one to be a marriage material must have attained these grades, must have attained this and this. Look at our fathers. They are all uneducated. They speak their local languages, Runyankore, Lugubala, Luganda, but they managed to have good families. They have constructed homes, they have built churches, they have raised us.
At that point, before you proceed, you talked about something like marriage material. What is the composition of a marriage material to you, Laban?
Me,
Don't overthink, just tell us.
after you will allow me add something on
It is very okay.
it. Yeah. For me, a marriage.
You're also going to tell us your composition of a marriage material in just a few words, just words.
Marriage material. Have the same faith.
You should be ticking your boxes. Yes, okay, same faith.
You look beautiful to me. You impress me.
Okay, beautiful to him.
Yeah, and we are compatible. We are clicking.
Compatible.
Yeah, of
But
course. I will first build a relationship, and if it clicks,
that is marriage material according to him. Yes, Counsel, what is marriage material according to you?
To me, marriage material is someone who has all the principles of marriage. The principles of marriage is never beauty, because beauty lies in the hands of the beholder. The principle of marriage is fearing God. The principle of marriage is doing accordingly what God meant us, the purpose why we are in earth. On earth
Just
here.
give me one principle. There is something that I want to ask.
Yes.
One principle of marriage.
God fearing.
God fear. So you want to tell me you're going to get attracted to the God fearing?
it should not do away with beauty.
When someone fears God, they will submit to so many things. They will not be resistant. Whenever you talk,
But
they will be
okay,
open.
I want to believe you're not going to say the God fearing first. Eh?
Yeah, you see, when Adam saw Eve, Adam sang a poem. It is biblical. Bone of my, flesh of my flesh. This
He is
was
even changing that tone.
yeah. So the thing is, when he says beauty lies in the hands of the beholder, he's making the factor of beauty constant to everyone. You have to first be attracted to someone, then, according to me, then I'll start looking into other things. Actually, let me tell you, sometimes beauty may come after faith. Before faith, but though it may not do away with faith, but yeah, you can see someone on the street, and though I'm not searching now, but I can go on. If you impress me, I can go on to check whether you're really under my faith. But since you have attracted my eyes, that is a tick that you now fall into the brackets. Adam never asked what. He sang immediately because he never knew that Eve was a believer or Eve was good at cooking or what.
That is his perspective.
And you know what happened after Adam didn't consider all those
That is what they have to say. Jacinta, what is your composition of a man marriage material?
For me, God-fearing,
You
someone
guys saying
who is
these
real.
things because of script. At some point, I feel like I was a panelist, and I feel like I want to say something, but okay.
Someone who is real to himself, to the world, like they're not pretending. Someone who is a provider, someone who is caring and kind.
Are you marriage material, Laban?
Yeah.
Are you marriage material?
plus.
Okay. I'm not going to add any word.
Before I
Whatever
just
has
something
been said
burning
about-
to say.
Yes, please.
That for us men, generally, I'll speak on behalf of men. To a larger extent, not all of us, we are attracted by how you treat us. We are attracted by how you treat us, regardless of your looks. You find someone and they're happy, they're married, they have their what you call ugly, but they are very much happy with them,
I
right?
hear what you call ugly.
Yes, because they treat them, they respect them, they listen
You're
to
right.
them,
They say where they are
support
loved
them.
and
So for
Absolutely.
me, I would rather
respected.
settle with that one you call ugly,
Ugly.
but they provide all the things I'm giving you, than that person who is very
So,
cute.
friends, if we ever have a wedding of Mugisha Alan,
As long as you're happy.
as long as he is happy,
Yes.
he doesn't care what you will
Right.
term
You're right.
his woman. Okay, I've learned something. I'll share it sometime, maybe off camera. So we
What
have
did
talked.
I want to add on?
We have talked about the career bit a little bit. So there are those women who tend to want to upgrade, I have gotten married and then I feel like I need to upgrade. I think I need to study this more. I need to do this. And we have seen very many marriages break sometimes What do you have to say generally about that, Jacinta? I want to end with Jacinta, then we can proceed.
First, pardon, I was not following so well.
We have very many women who are career women, and they tend to say that if I get married, I have one kid, I think I can go back and have a master's degree in this. I can go back and upgrade. So what do you have to say about such people? Some people study and study and study before they get married. Find someone is 35, 38, they are not married and they are not bothered. What do you have to say about that?
Because we don't rule people's lives, first of all. So I can't say that first get married, first have a kid, or first go for your master's before you can have a child. So I don't dictate. Whatever you feel you're comfortable with, go with it.
Thank you so much. Well, there is something that I want us to talk about, society expectations and families. We all grow up in different homes. The homes where we grow up and marriage is something that is treasured. Marriage is looked at as divine. And then there are those homes where we shall grow up and the women are saying, you know, I can raise my children. I do not need a man in my life to raise my children. So how do you think, I want to start with Council, how do you think families or family backgrounds shape our ideologies towards marriage and the expectations from the society?
Thank you so much. I, for one, I do not trade my authenticity for approval. I do not have to do things with the mind of how will the society perceive this.
Exactly.
But unfortunately, very many people out there do things for approval of the society.
It's unfortunate, but I do not have to ride on that unfortunate thing. As I, for one, I need to be very independent in mind, considering the principles that I have. As a Christian, by the way, not living out the Christianity thing. Now, there is fate. If fate takes you somewhere, you have to accept. You do not have to live in abusive marriage just because you're worried of how the people outside are going to see you, how your pastor is going to see you, how your church elder is going to see you, and they're beating you every day. That is against the human rights.
Exactly.
Two, I just think that for marriage, I, for one, I would follow exactly the principles of marriage without just, the problem comes where we just create our own. Me, I want this one with big bums. I want this one with
big breasts.
You know, there are sometimes that
That's
you
where
look
we
at
go
people
wrong.
that describe the kind of women they want, and you feel like telling this person, please get clear and mold that woman. Like, they want a very perfect woman who is intelligent, she is God-fearing, like he said, very beautiful, like Laban said. She's educated, she's disciplined, she's intelligent, she's maybe tall, she has a very good body, like all those things in one person, which may be hard to find all that in one person. Though exceptions do, yes, exceptions do exist. I think Laban is lucky, but we shall not go into the details. We shall not go into the details of that. I want to bring in the Christian perspective as we are coming to the close of our show. The Christian perspective. What is the Christian perspective of marriage, and how do you think it should help people change their perspective towards marriage? Yes, Laban.
Marriage, God wants us to do things reasonably. He's a reasonable God. And at the principle of love, there is reason. It is not all about the feelings, the emotions, the pressures around you. You have to think in your head that, is this man right? Is this wife right? Is this my right time? You know, if it is possible, it is okay to seek advice. It's okay for, there are some, circles you trust. So it is not Christian to make rushed decisions because there is pressure, because you're comparing yourself with another. We are living in a world whereby we are all different. Different, but we can be the same age.
Absolutely.
Different
I agree with you. Yeah.
Different backgrounds, different, upbringings.
Needs.
I'm caring for some kids. You don't have a family you're caring for. I'm not yet married, but someone is not yet married, but he already has some kids.
They already have responsibilities.
Responsibilities. They have young brothers. and he's looking into this. And he's like,
Priorities, yeah.
let me first push my brothers somewhere, and then so we are in different.
Exactly.
So when you start comparing, you flatten these complexities into a scoreboard. So it is important that you look into all this and reason and make reasonable
Decisions. Exactly.
passions, and being drawn by or driven by infatuations. Message to young people and Adventist Home, right? Ellen G. White also advises us to move, with both the brain, with reason. Thank you.
Thank you so much. According to what he has said, I've been reminded of something. Very many times we ask God for things, but we tend to cling on what he does not want us to have. You are praying to God for this God-fearing woman, but you're still, did I use that word really? But you're still running around with other funny women. Maybe that is the word I can use. You are still clinging on to the wrong things that you don't want to let go.
As
Instead
you
of stretching your arms out like this and you're like, God, please. But you are begging, but you're still reserving something for yourself. So that is why sometimes it is difficult for God to know. He knows what we want, but we don't know what we want.
Exactly.
Because we ask him, but we still suggest, you say, God, please give me, I'm praying for that woman, but if at all you could give me Jacinta, I feel like she would be the right person. That is his take. What do you have to say about the Christian perspective and how it should change how we look at marriage?
Yes, to me, POV, yes.
Okay.
Yes, for me, it is a good home is the foundation of a good church.
Very
right?
true.
Exactly.
If the family is very happy,
We are
if
going
there
to
is
have-
love at home, love at home, enough. So when
We have very many people
there is
who
love
are
at home,
going
right?
to love.
Yes. If there is love at home, it means the church is going to be peaceful. It is going to establish a good church and a good foundation of everything. So for me, pray about everything. Tell God, and don't run on your own principles. Like we are saying, don't run on bumps, don't run on beauty, don't run on brown face and that, whatever it is. Run on the principles of God. Is this person serving God? And listen to the Spirit. Sometimes they send
Those signals.
and then we know, maybe it's just.
Shall handle.
We shall handle, as in, you have to be patient. And also, when you pray about something, God can answer you negatively or positively. All this you also have to
Actually,
know.
I've come to believe
Definitely.
that God answers all prayers.
Yes.
And sometimes the answer is silence.
It's no,
Sometimes the
even.
answer is a no, but he has still answered.
He has still answered. Even the delay
Amen.
is an
An answer.
answer to your
Amen.
prayer. Because
Exactly.
he's delaying you so that you can meet someone else that is good for you. He's not rushing
But
you
it
to
is
things.
hard to accept that delay is an answer.
Yeah, exactly.
It is the reason that you must have faith in your heart. If it was us praying about everything and it happens there in a minute, the God does not work like that.
Exactly.
Generally. So as I conclude, pray about everything and make sure that you, as you're choosing a person to marry or someone to live with for the rest of your life, choose someone who is godly. It is hard for someone who is godly to beat you up than someone who is not godly. It is going to be very easy for them to beat you up. But for this one, at some point, it is hard for someone to stab you with a knife. Someone who loves God, they will be like, but this sin is too much for me. Let me not do it. But someone who doesn't love God, before you know
Absolutely.
it, you're in
It
the
is-
you're in heaven.
I hear.
True.
Thank you so much for that
you're
submission. Yes, Jacinta, what is your take about the Christian perspective of marriage?
According to me, marriage shouldn't have age or shouldn't be rushed, not by anyone, not by my pastors, my elders, because I know churches where they ask us when you're getting married. So what I tell them, it's God who knows my timing. I don't know when I'm here, the long time I'll be here, or when I'm going to meet my Creator. But what I know is that everything is happening the right way that He decided, that He planned. Bless you.
Thank you so much for those wonderful thoughts that you have shared. You know, the insights that you have given about Christian marriage at the end of our conversation have shaped what we wanted really to talk about, the biological clock. So despite the fact that we have the biological factors, we have the emotional aspect or the psychological bit of it, we have the financial stability that people look at, you know, I can't marry if I'm not yet financially stable. But we have God, who is the center of everything, who is supposed to be at the top of each and everything. It has been a very, very wonderful discussion, and I believe you have learned something, our dear viewer, because they have clearly elaborated why it is very important to have the Christian perspective and ideology of marriage at the back of your mind. Then these other things will fall in play. We have been looking at the biological clock, looking at whether there is a right time when certain things have to be done. We have looked at external factors that affect how we live our lives and how we look at certain things and how we make our decisions. They have helped us understand and digest this topic at length, and I believe you are not the same the way you started watching this show. We have been talking about this wonderful topic, and I believe you have learned something, our dear viewer. But a quick take home that I want to leave with you today is that your clock is not your competitor's clock. You should not be rushed by anyone because you feel like you are too late to do something. You should not make rash decisions that are not even informed, that are not going to help you in any way, but rather you should put at the back of your mind that God is your master planner. He knows what is right for you, and he knows exactly what you should be doing, and he has good plans for you. He knows when you are going to do what, when you are going to achieve whatever you think you should achieve at the moment. It has been a very, very wonderful discussion. My name is Mudubira Angela. I have been your host for today. Remember to always keep it Hope Channel Uganda. You can follow us on all our social media handles and keep following our conversations. This is the Youth Voice, where we discuss pertinent issues about the youth. Till we meet again next time, we love you all. Greetings from Hope Channel Uganda.